In your PTE reading section, you will have 5 question types. One is reading and writing, fill in the blanks. Another one is multiple choice question, choose multiple answers. Another one is reorder paragraphs. Another one is reading, fill in the blanks. And then at the end, you're gonna have multiple choice, choose single answer. In all of them, the length of the text size will vary. For fill in the blanks, reading and writing, the length of the text type can be between 100 to 200 words. For multiple choice, multiple answer, the text length can be up to 300 words. For reorder paragraph, the length of the text can be up to 125 words. Whereas for fill in the blanks reading, it can be up to 100 words. And for multiple choice question, choose single answer, it can be up to 125 words. When it comes to the number of questions in your reading section, you will get in total of 15 to 20 questions, and the time allocated for that will be 32 to 41 minutes. For fill in the blanks reading and writing, you may get 5 to 6 questions. For multiple choice, choose multiple answers, the number of questions may be 2 to 3. For reorder paragraphs, the number of questions may be 2 to 3 again. For multiple fill in the blanks reading, the number of questions will be 4 to 5. And for multiple choice question, choose single answer, the number of questions can be between 2 to 3. In your reading section, as there are 5 types of questions, all the question types of course contribute to reading score. However, only fill in the blanks reading and writing also contributes to writing score apart from reading score. So now that you know where the scores are going to, I know you must be asking, where are they coming from? Are they all coming from the reading section or they're coming from some other section? Let's try and find out. As you can see from this bar graph pretty clearly that most of the score or the highest score of your PTE reading section is coming from read aloud, which is not really the part of your reading section, rather a part of your speaking section. The second highest score is coming from fill in the blanks reading and writing, and the third highest score is coming from fill in the blanks reading. And most importantly, you need to understand this one about PTE, that not always the question type that gives you the highest score for a particular section is located on that section itself, which makes it important to pay attention to all the sections equally, rather all the question types equally. In PTE speaking and writing section, your time will be allocated to each questions individually, whereas for reading, it has to be self-managed. You'll get total number of question and total time. You will manage your time. That means when you finish a question, if you do not click next, it will stay there for the whole duration. Now, as you can see that this is the number of questions for this particular test, and this is the score test A from Pearson, and this is the time that is being counting down, and the total number of time is 41. This is the first question type, multiple choice question, choose single answer. Here you have a small paragraph. Based on that there is a question, and based on that there is an answer. You have to choose only one answer because only one answer will be correct. Whichever answer you choose, it will change its color. If you think after choosing that this is not the right answer, you were supposed to choose something else, just click on that one and it will be selected. Once you are done, it is important that you click next, because if you don't do that, it will stay here. So let's say I have clicked next here, and it has taken me to the next window where there is another multiple choice question, single answer. My job again is to choose only one answer. Let's say I have picked that, and I am going to click next. Next question type is multiple choice question, multiple answer. It is quite similar to multiple choice single answer. The difference here is there will be more than one answer correct. Let's say in this case, I have chosen 1 and 3 or A and C, whatever you'd like to say. And I can just click on it again, it will be deselected. I can click on another one to select a new answer. It is important that you click on the same answer to deselect it if you want to change your answer. As it is a multiple choice multiple answer, once you click another one, everything else can also be selected. Once you are done, again hit next straight away and hit next. Now let's find out all the facts of multiple choice questions together. Since it is multiple choice questions and you are going to follow the same strategy for both of them, I thought I can do it together. Multiple choice question, number of questions for single answer will be 2 to 3. For multiple answers, it will be also 2 to 3. Length of the question, when I say length of the question, you might get confused. It is actually length of the passage. Is up to 225 words, whereas for multiple choice question, multiple answer, it can be up to 300 words. Number of answer is 1 per question, and multiple choice multiple answer, it will be 2 to 3 per question. And for total mark, of course, if you have only one answer correct, that means it will be 2 to 3 marks. And if you have 2 to 3 answers correct for per question, it can be up to 4 to 9 marks. Your mark is distributed for choosing the right option. This is either a yes or no type of multiple choice question, so you get either full mark or you don't get full mark. And for multiple answer, you get a score for choosing all the options correctly, so there is a possibility of getting partial score, right? And you should allow up to 1.5 minutes maximum. So this when it's up to, this is maximum. If you can finish early, that's good. For multiple choice single answer and multiple choice multiple answer, maximum 2 minutes per question. Score is distributed to reading only in both cases, and as you can see, the contribution to reading score is very low from these question types, only about 1% and 2% respectively. In terms of negative marking, for single answer, there is no negative marking, so I should have given a cross. And for multiple answer, there will be negative marking. Some simple strategies for multiple choice questions. First and foremost, do not read the whole passage. It is very important that you do not waste your time in this question type. You have very less contribution from this question types in your PTE test or in your overall reading score. So why waste your time? Do not read the whole passage. It will kill a lot of time. First, very carefully read the question and read the option and find out all the keywords. Then skim and scan the text for the keywords, and we match the information between the option and the and the information that you have found within the passage. Simply try and eliminate all the wrong answers. So we call it elimination method. I'll do a class about it later on, or a video about it later on. And once you choose the right answer that you think it is, just move on. And the reason I said all, because there are multiple choice question multiple answers as well, so you need to choose at least more than one. This is another question type in PTE reading. This is a reorder paragraph. As you can see, the instruction is quite clear. The text box on the left panel have been placed in random order. Restore the original order by dragging the text boxes from the left panel to the right panel. So it is very simple. As you might have done reorder paragraph when you were a kid, you can directly drag it like this. And let's say you are not happy with this position, you think it is the conclusion, just drag it to the conclusion if you want to do it like this. Or you can just click on it, it will be selected. Then you can click on this up and down arrows for them to move up and down. You can do the same thing here as well. Let's say you want to bring this one over to here. Click on it. It will be selected, and then click on the right arrow for it to bring it to right. And then you can again select that. You can either drag or you can simply click up and down arrow to reposition it. You will get 2 to 3 questions like that. So you know that yes, that's what you have to how many you are expecting. For reorder paragraph, the number of questions you get 2 to 3. Length of the question can be up to 125 words, and mark per question is 3 to 4. Mark is awarded altogether, total is 6 to 12. Mark is distributed for correct pair. If you do not understand what is correct pair, let me give you an example. Let's say your answer is A, B, C, D. This is the right order. You don't have 4 marks here. Alright, you have 3 marks. How? AB is a pair, BC is another pair, CD is another pair. In this way, you have 3 marks. Time you should allow for each question maximum is 2 to 2.5 minutes, and a score distributed to reading only, and you have up to 8% mark going to your reading section from this question type. Let's understand some simple strategy. First of all, remember this bit. It is for correct pair. So focus on finding pair. In order to find the pair, first find the introduction. How do you find the introduction? Follow the elimination method. I will do a class about it later on, but just so you know, there are certain things that cannot make up an introduction. Let's say if your sentence has a subject which is pronoun. Now, whenever we use a pronoun, we understand that there must be a sentence before it that has noun. Okay, so as this is the case, please do not use that as your introduction in most of the cases. So this is what we call elimination method. First, eliminate the options that cannot be your introduction, then find out the topic sentence to find your introduction. Once you do so, use the keywords you found in the introduction to find the pair. And when we say keyword, it is subject, object, subject, object. So that means normally if your keyword is the object of the first sentence, it more than likely will become the subject of the second sentence. Or if your keyword is the subject of the first sentence, it will be more than likely the object of the second sentence. If you can identify the pattern of the passage, use the pattern to find out the right pair. Now the question is, what is pattern? Let's say you have found out this is a descriptive passage. In a descriptive passage, after a description, you may find an example. So you can think of, whether this sentence is an example sentence, whether there is any discourse marker that proves that it is an example. This can be your clue to make a right pair. And watch out for a timeline in the sentence. If there is a timeline, more than likely it is chronological. Please then follow the timeline to get your right pair. Next is fill in the blanks reading. As you can see, it is fill in the blanks, but as it is said fill in the blanks reading, you can understand the score from this one will only go to reading. How it works is you get a small paragraph, there will be multiple blanks, and there will be more than the number of options will be more than the number of blanks. You need to drag and drop it to the position that you want to. Now remember, because you can drag and drop the answer, a lot of people will call it fill in the blanks drag and drop. They are the same thing as fill in the blanks reading. When you think fill in the blanks drag and drop, if you think that, let's say you have posted this particular answer to this particular blank and you want to change it to the last blank, all you have to do is to drag it from the top one to the bottom one. You don't have to go and change anything, just drag it to the right place. Now you will get 4 to 5 questions like that. You have multiple fill in the blanks, reading and writing. Fill in the blanks, reading and writing, as the name suggests, will give you marks for reading as well as writing. How it works is, as you can see, the first difference between them is, of course there are many differences we can talk about later on, but the first difference is the length of the text. Length of the text for fill in the blanks, reading and writing will be a bit longer compared to fill in the blanks, reading. And the options will appear within the box. So as you can see, there are boxes with blanks. Once you click on that box, the options will pop down and you choose the right option, or the option that you feel is right from the options given. Once that is done, you click next and move to the next question. In this way, you need to keep on clicking next for the whole duration of the reading section. So I again put fill in the blanks together like I did for multiple choice questions, because they are technically the same task that you are doing. Of course, there are differences. Let's find out about them. Number of questions you get for reading fill in the blanks is 4 to 5, whereas reading and writing it is 5 to 6. Length of the question, the whole passage, is about 100 words for reading, whereas for reading and writing it is 100 to 200 words. Number of answers for each question is between 3 to 5, whereas for reading it is 3 to 6. Total mark is between 12 to 25. If you just multiply the number of questions with number of answers, for reading and writing it can be 15 to 36. Mark is distributed for choosing the right option for the blank in both cases. Time you should allow maximum up to 2.5 minutes and maximum up to 3 minutes. A score distributed to only reading from fill in the blanks reading, and for fill in the blanks reading and writing, of course, as the name suggests, score will go to writing. Contribution to reading section is 16% and 22% respectively. Now, as you can see, these carry higher contribution or higher weightage towards your score in reading. I recommend that you give more time to them by taking out time from multiple choice questions. That's the reason I have given less time, and I actually recommend that these are the maximum time. If you can, take even less of a time on those questions and put them in here. Now, do they contribute in writing section? Not both of them. For reading it does not, but for writing it does. It contributes to around 22% score in your reading section. First, I did understand what are the skills that you need. For both of them, you need the skill of grammar, vocabulary, and collocation. As you can see, for reading, grammar can play a very important role. Vocabulary is the second important thing, and the collocation is a bit less important for fill in the blanks reading. For reading and writing, it goes the other way around. Highest contribution the most important skill that you need is collocation, of course, and then vocab, and the least important skill that you need is grammar. Yeah, of course, I will do a video where I'll explain all the skills that you need for both of the question types. Now, for some simple strategies for fill in the blanks. First, quickly read the passage, understand the meaning of the passage. If you do not understand the meaning, a lot of things can change. The meaning of the passage can also change the the meaning of the options that you are looking for. Remember, a lot of the blanks are based on phrasal verbs and collocation. Now, if you understand what is collocation, remember collocations and phrasal verbs can have meanings based on different situations. So take off, let's say, is a phrasal verb that you can use to indicate remove clothes, right? So if it is used with human situation, you can say, please take off your clothes. So basically what you are asking that person is to remove the cloth. Whereas take off can change to a totally different meaning when it goes to plane. You have heard this term that plane has taken off. That means the plane has started to fly. So the meaning of that particular group of words, the phrasal verbs, the collocations can change based on the situation. So it is important that you understand the meaning of the passage and you understand the situation. Always understand the appropriate grammar needed for particular blank. That will bring you closer to your answer. Eliminate the options that are not grammatically needed for the particular blank. So I'm asking you to use the elimination method again. Simply, if you do not need a verb in this blank, remove all the verbs from the options list, and it will be easier for you to compare other options with your with your blank. And then eliminate all the options that do not make any sense in terms of meaning. Here it is the game of vocab. And if you find a collocation for that particular blank, collocation always gets preference, because this is the reason why you have a score for your writing section involved in fill in the blanks as well. Of course, these require more discussion. We will do that in a later video. At the moment, easier thing to do for your fill in the blanks reading is to read a lot. There are question banks available. Find out a question bank and practice a lot. Hopefully you'll be able to crack your reading section easily. If not, you are always welcome to contact me. I'm happy to help. You can find my contact details in the description of this video. Also, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Hopefully you'll get more videos over time and they will help you prepare for a PTE beta.